Hello, everyone. Today I have with me Aida Mrabit. She's an Atlas Core Fellow, Class 27, serving at American Express, and she'll be recording a very, very interesting webinar about mindfulness and how it's a key to develop your leadership skills. Feel free to, if you have any questions, feel free to write them down, and Aida will be answering them. Aida?
Thank you, Hans, for the introduction, and good morning, everyone. So I'm an Atlas Core Fellow from Algeria and serving for American Express. And today we will have a webinar together about mindfulness as a key to develop your leadership skills. And we will spend the next 30 minutes with really mindfulness presentation and how they can help you to develop your leadership skills. So now I will start my presentation. Let me. So today, a quick overview why the topic is really important for me. I am the founder of Power Harmony Solution, a social enterprise focused on women and youth, and I have been also the Algerian country coordinator for World Peace Initiative and for Peace Revolution Foundation. I would like to kick off the presentation by a quick video, and that can give us an insight about what we are going to talk today, and we can share our thoughts together.
Cramming for a test, trying to get more done than you have time to do. Stress is a feeling we all Cramming for a test, trying to get more done than you have time to do. Stress is a feeling we all experience when we are challenged or overwhelmed. But more than just an emotion, stress is a hardwired physical response that travels throughout your entire body. In the short term, stress can be advantageous, but when activated too often or too long, your primitive fight or flight stress response not only changes your brain, but also damages many of the other organs and cells throughout your body. Your adrenal gland releases the stress hormones cortisol, epinephrine, also known as adrenaline, and norepinephrine. As these hormones travel through your bloodstream, they easily reach your blood vessels and heart. Adrenaline causes your heart to beat faster and raises your blood pressure, over time causing hypertension. Cortisol can also cause the endothelium, or inner lining of blood vessels, to not function normally. Scientists now know that this is an early step in triggering the process of atherosclerosis, or cholesterol plaque buildup in your arteries. Together, these changes increase your chances of a heart attack or stroke. When your brain senses stress, it activates your autonomic nervous system. Through this network of nerve connections, your big brain communicates stress to your enteric or intestinal nervous system. Besides causing butterflies in your stomach, this brain-gut connection can disturb the natural rhythmic contractions that move food through your gut, leading to irritable bowel syndrome, and can increase your gut sensitivity to acid, making you more likely to feel heartburn. Via the gut's nervous system, stress can also change the composition and function of your gut bacteria, which may affect your digestive and overall health. Speaking of digestion, does chronic stress affect your waistline? Well, yes. Cortisol can increase your appetite. It tells your body to replenish your energy stores with energy-dense foods and carbs, causing you to crave comfort foods. High levels of cortisol can also cause you to put on those extra calories as visceral or deep belly fat. This type of fat doesn't just make it harder to button your pants. It is an organ that actively releases hormones and immune system chemicals called cytokines that can increase your risk of developing chronic diseases such as heart disease and insulin resistance. Meanwhile, stress hormones affect immune cells in a variety of ways. Initially, they help prepare to fight invaders and heal after injury. But chronic stress can dampen the function of some immune cells, make you more susceptible to infections, and slow the rate you heal. Want to live a long life? You may have to curb your chronic stress. That's because it has even been associated with shortened telomeres, the shoelace tip ends of chromosomes that measure a cell's age. Telomeres cap chromosomes to allow DNA to get copied every time a cell divides without damaging the cell's genetic code. And they shorten with each cell division. When telomeres become too short, a cell can no longer divide, and it dies. As if all that weren't enough, chronic stress has even more ways it can sabotage your health, including acne, hair loss, sexual dysfunction, headaches, muscle tension, difficulty concentrating, fatigue, and irritability. So, what does all this mean for you? Your life will always be filled with stressful situations, but what matters to your brain and entire body is how you respond to that stress. If you can view those situations as challenges you can control and master, rather than as threats that are insurmountable, you will perform better in the short run and stay healthy in the long run.
Well, so before we start, so what do you think about the video, and what make you realize about your level of stress? And my questions for you all: so how many of you have you ever been into a stress high level or a burnout? I asked myself several times this question, and my response was yes. And it's not only one time, and two times in the last 10 years. And this is why I do believe, and I ask the question, why mindfulness can be a key to develop your leadership skills, and then how you can sustain a longevity of your life in a healthy way. So we have some fact about stress, as you can see on the statistics. Like numbers are like 43% of all adults suffer adverse health effects from stress, and 75 to 90% of all the doctor office visits are for stress related. And you can the stress cost in American industry is more than 300 billion annually. So you can see that the lifetime prevalence on emotional disorder is more than 50%. So this is due to the chronic untreated stress reaction. So the first steps to solving any problem and to recognize there is one, but generally we always hide or trying to have different difficulties, and I'm listing some of them. So we generally have difficult to realize that there is one habit or bad habit. We have difficulty to find someone pointing out our bad habit, difficulty to believe them, difficulty to find a way to fix the bad habit, difficulty to find encouragement and manpower, and difficulties to find physical power, and difficulty to get another chance. If you reflect and observe and watch yourself about different habits that you have in your life, you can just pick one and say, this is a bad habit, and this is really affect my daily life and that affect my sustainability, success, and develop my skills even further to have this work-life balance. But the four power of success. So what we can find, and you can see in the schema, like the habit have a big influence in our life. It's a positive habit. It creates positive outcome and positive result. When it starts to have bad habit, it leads to different disorder and unbalanced life. And generally, the more we practice, the more we can see the result in our life. So Generally, there is 3 components, and the first one is the belief system, and the perseverance and the mindfulness. What's the meaning of mindfulness? Is being present in the moment and being aware about what you are doing at the present moment, at the now moment. Not in the past, not in the future. You have this self-awareness. What you are doing is you are enjoying what you are doing in the present moment, in all activity. This is relate to having a high level of self-awareness, and you need to watch yourself and having this observation, and we can have this self-evaluation and creativity. This is the full power of success, that it helps you to be more aware and mindful about your actions, and then it leads you to have different successful results, and you can see it in your daily life by one thing at a time. To reach this, one of the biggest components is discipline, is self-discipline, is in order to keep the mind pure. So it's really every day doing something that helps you to reach your goals. And then this is what we call it mindfulness. You know that you are reaching your goals by doing something that you care and you love and you enjoy, even if you don't like it, but it's required discipline to remove different bad habits, but you have this self-awareness that you need to enjoy, and this is help you to really keep your success on track and really clear and clean your mind. In our daily routine, generally what we do the first thing in the morning is to wake up, then we dress or take a shower, we have our breakfast, then we go to school or to our work, our office, in our daily life. You work all the day or you study, you return home, you have your dinner, you change your clothes, and you do your homework. Generally, this is a typical process, but just let's stay 20 seconds or 30 seconds to reflect about our daily routine and just watch yourself how mindful you are during this process and how it can lead you to a high or peaceful day, and how you can improve your daily life by little things to be more mindful in your daily routine. And then I would like linking the daily routine by different factor of development in the five rooms. We call them item we use, activity we do, and people we associate with. Those 3 factors in the 5 room are the factor that influence our habit. This is the 5 rooms in our daily routine. Our daily routine is linked in these 5 rooms, which is the bedroom, the bathroom, the living room, our dressing, and the workplace. And the 5 rooms are interlinked in your daily life, in your daily routine. How is the body? We can associate the body and the mind. As you can see, so the body we associate in our dressing, the mind is having a simple life and being mindful. Detachment and letting go. The more you are having good habit and more you have, you can see in the dressing in the background, you can see how it's clean and order, and how is the different compartment on the dressing. This is how the mind is. In the same time, the more you are clean and clear, your mind is more mindful and can achieve more, because you have this clear vision on your purpose, the clear vision about what you want to do or achieve during the day, and what you can achieve the next 3 months and 6 months. One of the key to be more mindful, what is the benefit of the meditation. I have been meditating the last 5 years, and I have been into different programs onto meditation, and helped me into how I can create this behavior, being aware more self-aware and how to be more mindful in my daily life and my relationship as well. So some fact like about meditation, the more that it shows that you will improve your productivity, you will improve and having healthy relationship and having really active social life. You can see that it impacts your environment that you live for, and having this self-control about what is happened to you in your life, even in a stress moment, and build this stability in your emotion and having good habit. And one of the most important component is to have health, to be really healthy, and this is help to really being successful. We will talk a little bit about the emotion and habit and happiness. So, but just to show the number in the research about meditation, in the last couple of years, the number are in growing up, and see how the importance of meditation in our daily life and our lifestyles. This is how we increase the mindfulness and how we can be present in the moment and how we can resolve different situation and issue in our life in a mindful and healthy way, and really bring this happiness around us and bring more people to join our purpose in life. So the effect of the emotion and behavior and habits. So you can see emotion lead to behavior and lead to habit. So here there is some example about emotion, behavior, and habit. So we can see like type of emotion, like if we the emotion, they affect our daily life and they affect our habit, and then it will lead to affect our life in general, into developing our skills and our capacity to be better in a life. So some emotion are related to if you have loss of confidence, for example, it will lead to maybe you wanna have more into being into insomnia, because you are always overthinking about your daily life, how you can be better in your work, better in your lifestyle, and you build more worry and more being having negative thoughts, and it leads, can be a habit that can really not give you positive energy and positive outcome to lead your success in your life in general, in different areas in your life. The principle of habit of development, we were talking about the 5 room. As you can see, the bedroom is your room, you have the bathroom, the dressing, and the living room, and the workplace. All of them are important in your daily life, and how you interact and how they can be really powerful way to use them in everyday life. The most important about this principle is having there is 4. It's the cleanliness, politeness, tidiness, and organization, and punctuality. If why they are 5 room and the principle are important, you can see it in your small actions. Even if you do your bed every day, even if you have a bad day, for example, when you come back home, you will feel like you have a bed, it's done, and it will give you more positive energy. It's the same for bathroom. It's reflecting your inner sense, your dressing, your living room, your workplace. The more you are clean, you will feel like it's more having better organization on your time management. The punctuality, you will have more respect of time management deadline, being respectful and politeness to different people and different. This is built your cross-cultural skills as well. Meditation Here we say like 20-minute meditation for 5 days reduce stress hormone. What I would like to suggest, like meditation, it just you can spend daily in the morning and before to go to sleep. It's 5 minutes a day can be really helpful. It's really about the breathing and how to focus about yourself and relate about your day and how you can kick off your day. And shows that it reduces the stress into different level, the fear, the worry, the payment of the bills, and have late night and fear, and that it's really make you have this healthy life, which is being present and aware, and it will reduce your the way you will stress about life and how you can observe and see yourself to be successful. You can see also there is everyone has their one of meditation. You can just walk on a garden or nature. You can have reading book. It shows like reading book 6 minutes a day reduces stress into 68%. Or before sleeping, you can have plan 3 things to complete in the next day. It will increase your productivity in different level in your life and different area that you are working on, and it's enable you to be multitasking. It's like doing one. People think that multitasking is doing different tasks at the same time, but it's just like with mindfulness as a key of to develop your leadership skills. It's one task at a time. It means you will be more organized. You have more priority in your task and how you will handle your time management by doing one task at a time. With mindfulness, it's one thing at a time. This is the new way to observe the multitasking, and you can achieve more and more by focusing and putting time for every important task, and this is lead you to achieve and meet the different deadline by enjoying what you are doing and still to be worried and having different stressful thoughts that it will lead you to not achieve your objective, and it will lead you to another stress level. So think about it, how you are you can generate more your capacity and how you can be more productive to have this work-life balance. And also it will boost your creativity because you will be focused about what you are doing. Creativity is just connecting things. So when you are working, it will be the mindfulness, being in the present moment will lead you to be more creative. You will be more focused about what you are doing. It will it will develop and sharpen your focus. And see too, when generally how many of you are, for example, are in a meeting and they are thinking about what they are going to do next, and see to be focused on the meeting, and then they have that thought, and then they can create more creative ideas, because we are generally living between the past and the future, and see to be focused on the present moment and really be productive. And this is how it leads to be more successful and leader about what we are doing. Leadership is a skill, and then mindfulness, being in the present, is one of the way how you can be more successful in life, because you are present in the moment, and it leads that what I'm doing now will affect the future. One of the components of mindfulness is improve your communication, and internal communication and external communication. It shows and it will develop to be more compassion. And here I like to shame at like level of happiness with level of happiness of the other person. And once our mind found inner peace, we will want to share with others. So our level of happiness, and you can see it when you go into any room. When someone have a negative or sad, we can it can be contagious, and we will be sad and like with the person. But the more we are happy, the more we are conscious about our level of positivity and our level of happiness. It's really sharing with others will bring more productivity and more compassion toward different problems in our life, and we will be more about solution oriented, and we will be more proactive about our action, because we have this compassion toward other people and toward ourselves, and it leads us to be more developing our leadership skills. Also, this is really important in terms of the work-life balance, and how being mindful and you observe yourself and watch yourself when you have any stress level, it it's really reduce conflict in the workplace and family, and the communication. It can be really important to think about it, and how practice, like for example, if I have any conflict at the workplace, at the home, I can step back and focus on my breathing and focus about the other person. When we build more compassion, so we put ourselves in other people's shoes, and we think twice before to communicate with the person in a mindful way, and it really increase and be having a better communication and lead into more happiness and inner peace with ourselves. Our social life is really important for our work-life balance. We are spending almost all our time at the workplace, and it's one of the it will help you by being organized into your time management to have the good habit. For example, having physical well-being, to improve your relationship and your family, and to improve your income and into your economic life, and being happy, being happy. Um, here, the background of being in a workplace is making living. I was talking about the 5 room, and one of the 5 room is the workplace. So the more you are clear and clean in your daily life from the different 4 room, the more the mind is professional development. You have a discipline and responsibility development, and team building and collaboration. You can feel it from the 5 room are really important, and they are interlinked. And the more you are having this different good habit in your life, it will still your mind and be more mindful about in your interaction in your workplace. And you can see yourself into different what you want to be in the future by being present in the present moment. The result is, as I said, you have a worry-free mind, time management, and life balance. I would like to just, it will lead you to think and reflect about having your vision board, and the vision board will be really a way to see what you want to be and what you want to do, but living with a stress free. So using this universal goodness principle, it will really help you in the different places in this different 5 room. So having in mind the cleanliness, it will clear and clean and still your mind. It will give you tidiness and in an organization, you will see that you are more organized in your life, in your family, and then it will improve your communication and time management. Being respectful and politeness to people, it will help you to have this cross-cultural skills. The punctuality is to respect people's time, and with meditation, it's just one tool will help you to maintain and sustain this practice. And is one of the good habits in the different following places. I would like to share with you an exercise that generally I use when I am into high stress level, and it's an affirmation that I used to use when I am overstressed, or even if I'm doing meditation, but I feel the need to have some affirmation. So the exercise, and then I can share it with you later, but I will just give you some idea about how I used to deal with. So generally I have this self-affirmation for myself saying, I say to myself and in front of mirror that it really helped me also. Or you can have a partner or a follow partner also that you can practice this exercise. So I am in control and I master my mind and my emotion. I exercise this by finding all the things to be grateful for in each moment, by focusing on being in the present moment. I look after my future by considering in and making choices that may improve it, but I do not live in the future in my mind. I live in the present moment, and this moment I am comfortable in my body and I have clear and air and nourishment. I have a family and friends who love me and I am safe. It is an old pattern, it is an old information, and it will ground myself in the present information to combat this. 98% in the present moment with 2% eye on the future. And only look to the past to remember where you left your keys. I am grateful for my resilience. I'm so grateful that I have proved my ability to think through problems time again. I'm so grateful that my body is strong, that my family is loving, that my sleep is sound, that my stomach is strong. I am so grateful that I have such a loving heart, that I form my friendship and connection easily. This is, I can send it to you if you want to, and this is really helping me to have this self-affirmation, to really have to just bring back myself to the present moment and to the my mindfulness practice. And thank you so much for having me. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to me with ons, and I would love to respond to all your questions. Thank you so much, and have a good day.